something. All right, it looks like we are live. Naz, I don't know if you would mind, but popping open the YouTube channel to see if anybody like chats there. I know Mage Josh continually goes there for some reason, even though he's in the Discord.
I can have it open.
Yeah, can do.
Because I always forget to check the chat.
Me too.
But I know Naz has like 52 monitors, so.
Yeah, he's kind of beat.
Oh, did you guys see the tweet only moments ago about the new armor for an Alpha 22 for the players?
No.
I had not seen that.
Oh, let me
That
see if.
sounds really neat.
Let me see. Let me
I
go.
can't wait to see
Let me
that.
go to my X because it's no longer Twitter. It's now X. And let me see. There it is. Yeah, new player Marauder armor is coming soon to Alpha 22 and consoles. Screw the consoles. Great work by character artist The Broll. Stay tuned, folks. So it looks like it's iron armor with like the helmet looks a little medieval-ish.
Really?
Yeah. Let me
Post it in the thingy.
let me screenshot it real quick.
Can you not post it into the brain drain?
I'm doing it from my phone.
Oh, okay.
So give me a second.
Is it on the Twitter, whatever?
Yeah, X. Yeah, it's on there. I'm just happen to be on my phone because it's quicker for me to find it that way. Data Discord. Brain drain. Did you start the event, by the way?
I did.
Okay, good. There we are. No, I don't want to join the voice. Show me. Brain Drain Live and add. Boom. It is in the Brain Drain Live channel. I can even speak today. But that looks interesting.
Very cool. I'm very excited to have new character stuff.
I have not heard anything about the bandits yet, and I want bandits. They've been promising them since Alpha 17. It's now going to be Alpha 22. Give me my damn bandits, you bastards.
I mean, haven't they been promising it since like A1? Because that's one of the Kickstarter goals.
Well, they really didn't say anything until like, hey, in A17 we're looking to do bandits and zip lines and this and that, and
zip line.
which they couldn't figure out how to do zip lines properly, so they nixed it.
But I think that's kind of a neat looking model. That looks cool.
Yeah. So it's got like the helmet, like kind of medieval kind of look, and the rest kind of looks like the Juggernaut from X-Men.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks very gladiatorial.
Gladiatorial.
That's a word. I don't know that's. But sure, let's go with that.
Reminds me a bit of that big tank guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh right.
The mountain.
The mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely what I was thinking. Yep. So if we see this, that must mean that they're doing revamps for all the different ones. I'm guessing, just because they don't tend to do just for one.
Right.
So presumably we'll see the new military and light and cloth and stuff. Presumably.
Yeah. So that's what they released today. They released something. I don't know if it was earlier this week or last week. There was another image for something. Let's see. I do not remember because my memory is like a fish. Hold on. August 1st, they released pictures of the Tier 4 Army camp coming to Alpha 22 and console. The location supports clear, fetch, and restore power and infestation quests. Great work by Earl. It actually looks pretty good. It's got like a mountain to it.
There's a new 4x4 vehicle.
Yeah, I did see that. It's going to have seat up to 5 players.
What?
Yeah.
5. Does it have a turret on top?
It does not. They did not add weapons.
Oh, bummer.
I know.
Turret on top would be awesome.
It would. Oh, yep, there it is. Now it's got the picture in the Brain Drain Live channel.
Okay,
That's actually really cool.
Oh, neato. Bandito. I like that. Oh, with the little plow in front. Oh my God. You know what that means,
That's a
right?
mod.
There's a plow in front.
You can run over zombies like you could before.
Yes, I know, but I'm hoping that the ragdoll physics will hit those and they will go flying up in the air over your hood.
Well, they go flying. Well, in Alpha 20, they went flying. Just you cause them no damage, and they
Further.
cause you no damage.
But further. I want them to fly further. Like, have you ever gotten the ragdoll effect when you're using the sledge, where it just yeets them off into the distance?
I don't use the sledge, but I pimple pop their heads with the electrified baton.
That is fun. Why not both? Oh, that looks really good.
So I wonder if they're going to redo the looks of the other vehicles. Now, is that replacing the current 4x4, or is that in addition to?
Probably
Yeah,
replacing.
Yeah, I know.
that is the question.
I mean,
Well, but I mean, then we can presume it takes them at least 4 or 5 alphas for them to remove any type of assets. So like we could mod that back in.
yeah,
So
probably. Unless they just they're replacing the skin with that. They're just calling that 4x4, and then if they replace it like that, then we're kind of SOL.
yeah. Well, it looks cool. I like it.
It does. It does. It is definitely an improvement. Looks a little bit more Mad Maxy.
Mhm. Oh, I love the plow in the front. That is so cool.
I like
It's
the
got that.
the scoop in the front with the one with the plow.
Yeah. That one is awesome. Headlamps, more storage. It looks like more fuel.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Oh goodness. More ways to fall through the map because you can't render fast enough.
Oh, now you don't have to render fast enough because the map's already rendered for the most part. For the
Yeah,
most
people still
part,
fall though.
I mean everybody.
There's ways you fall through.
I've yet to fall through,
I have had it happen on my server.
but I haven't played a ton either. So
Mm.
I
People that
play.
like to go explore.
Yeah, I play with friends who will play when I'm not around, and by the time I get back to being able to play, they're like 10, 15, 20 levels ahead of me. I'm like, all right, this isn't worth it. I'm like, there's nothing for me to do. You guys have unlocked all the shit I was going to unlock, so
Mm-hmm.
they just grind and grind and grind.
Those are really cool looking. I like that. Maybe we'll get a revamp for all of them. Like I like the bicycle, but it does seem a little. I mean,
Can you
you
paint the
know,
bicycle?
yeah, you can dye
Okay.
it. It looks too it doesn't it doesn't look jalopy enough. Like what you would expect to see something in a homeless camp where they've taken bits and pieces from different bikes to throw them all
Oh,
together.
yeah.
That would be cool.
That might
You
just
never,
take up a little too much resources to be worth that.
you never know.
What gets me about the bike is the fact that it smokes when it's broken.
You're just pedaling so much that you created a fire there. That is a good point, though. How do you what have you
I,
done to
I,
the
I
bike that you're
have
in as?
I have racked my brain to try and think of some kind of possibility of how it could spin that fast. It would smoke.
Well, if the tires are rubbing against the chain or any area, I mean, I could see there would be some kind of rubber smolder. I don't know how.
I don't know. You
It would
you
be
would smell or hear the rubber scraping against the chain or
sure
anything, but it didn't. It's not rubber's not a good conductor of fire.
not fire. No, but can smolder.
Yeah, but even just rubbing, even the chain going against the tires, it's going to eat the tire before it would actually catch fire or smolder.
I feel like we're overthinking this.
Probably.
All right, those are really cool. Sorry, just dumped over my bunny treats. Somebody's gonna be happy. Okay.
Is it the
Um,
bunny? Is the bunny going to be happy?
the bunnies are gonna be happy. One of them's gonna come over and go, woo! There's treats all over the floor.
They're not special treats. The bunny's not going to get a high off the supply, is he?
No. I may live in Washington, but I don't do that usually.
I mean, it would be the same effect catnip has on cats.
No, cats are weird like that. Bunnies don't. I don't think bunnies have something that affects my catnip. Anyway, this is 7 days to
Carrots.
die, not 7 bunnies getting
So,
high.
7 bunnies to high.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just spam the world with bunnies. And
You know, I do love doing that. One of my very first mods, way back in 16, was when I modded a bunch of rabbits to be the rabbit of Caberdag, and I gave them the radiation glow from the
the
whites.
zombies. Oh, okay.
Yep. And then I gave them the spider sounds, and they were perfectly fine until you hit them, and then they would go and attack you.
Hmm.
So any way to kill my players is what I do.
I saw Guppy did a mod a little while ago where he had a tumbleweeds in, but he just reskinned the bunnies to tumbleweeds.
Oh,
Yes, it is really funny. I saw that one.
that's wait. Do they run away from people?
Yeah, it would have like the
Yes,
same effect. He just reskinned
Uh
them.
huh. Can you kill them and get meat from them? Huh. That'd
I
be
don't
I
interesting.
think it
think so.
dropped something else,
It dropped some kind of loot.
yeah, like uh,
Turds.
like what you get from like plants, the fibers.
Uh,
Oh,
well, yeah, that makes sense if it's a tumbleweed.
tumbleweeds are terrible. I hate them. Awful things. Let's see.
I don't know. I've never seen one in person, so I couldn't comment.
Seriously? Oh wow.
We have them everywhere here.
Bastards used to
Where's
my
here?
tires all the time.
What was that?
Where's here?
Oh, I live in Texas.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, my cousin's from Texas.
We have tumbleweeds in Eastern Washington, not Western, Eastern.
Really? I
Half
figured
of
it'd be too
Washington
wet.
State, half of Washington State is a frickin' desert.
Hmm.
Just FYI, throwing that out there for people.
Don't know. I haven't
Probably a
been
little
out
bit
there.
more. Yeah,
Have not
we
been
got a
out
little bit of
there.
everything. All right, so let's see. We are 16 minutes in. We have a light showing. You know, try to give them a time where the Australians can join. They
And they
might
don't
be
even
able
bother showing up. Sam, where are you?
to.
He's yellow. Pete's green. Peter's green. Why is he not here?
Well, we should go hassle them.
Yes, we should. And I'm still waiting on Peter's article on the different server managers that, is like a year late.
Which ones are around these days still?
There
Rat
is
Magic's
Rat,
gone.
Rat 4.0,
Oh,
Botman, and CSMM.
okay. All right. Well, and would you call server tools as well?
Yeah, Server Tools is still there. I know OC's updated that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as ones with some type of, well, no, he's got a web panel on it.
I might throw server tools on my server.
It's got
I have
some good
gi-
features.
I've been given the go ahead from
Uh,
Smigor, so
I would wait until he gets this update out because since Alpha 21.1 dropped, there's a lot of things broke, and he is trying to fix them.
oh yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
server
I've actually
tools.
been working with them on that.
Oh, but he's awesome at getting that stuff done.
Are you
Um,
talking about Smegs or are you talking about OC?
OC.
Yeah.
OC.
Yeah, I
And
haven't bothered him in a little while because I know he's been busy with stuff.
um, and then Rat has a couple of the same issues that they're fixing as well, but I use both of them generally when on my server.
What did Rat have that broke with the 21.1?
Uh, the web API was a big one.
Oh, so we're getting hit with a bunch of stuff on Botman as well. I just had something pop up today where it's being very strange, and we haven't quite figured out the fix for it yet, but we think it might be related to API. So I don't know what the heck's going on there.
Yeah, what I noticed changed is they got rid of the control panel. It's now replaced with the web panel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same port, but the map used to be on that port plus 2. Now the map is on the same port as the web panel. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it because Alok or Alec, however you say it, is changing some stuff around. And I'm hoping eventually all that stuff will just be embedded in the game.
Yeah, I hope so.
because he started that when he wasn't even working for TFP.
It would be wonderful if there was some kind of native support for people that are managing servers. Doesn't have to be crazy, but just like a start. Was there a recent update for Alex?
There was when
Like within the last couple
A21.1
days?
came out. The last couple of days, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. I have not updated since 21.1, so
Yeah,
I've been told not to.
yeah. With 21.1, when I had experimental, he released a new one, and then when I upgraded to 21.1 stable, I had to download and install that.
So I'm running the one that was prior to the 21.1.
All
Even
right,
though I've
that
updated my Alex,
oh,
but I've been told not to update to the most current stuff.
okay, because there's going to be incompatibilities with the one prior to A21.1 because of the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one the most recent one released was for 21.1 because whatever
Mhm.
changes happened is for 21.1. So if you're running 21.1 with the previous version, you could be getting issues. But
I
if
was
Smegzer
fine up
told you
until
not to
today.
update, I don't know.
Yep. He said don't update quite yet. He's tinkering with some background stuff. So if you're running Botman and weird things are happening, and you've upgraded recently,
Yes, that's the same. That's the one that he's trying to fix with Rat as well. That's the same thing.
yeah. So many new and interesting things that changed.
Yep.
But that much stuff would break with a 0.1 update.
Yeah, I was hoping that it would fix some issues I'm having, so I have to do some troubleshooting, but and it didn't fix it, but who knows. All right, so the bigger thing for A21 1 was I feel like a lot of us got hit with that whole Trader Protect getting changed.
Yes. Yes, I am angry.
Yeah. So I mean, depending on how your server is set up and what your players tend to do, it could be either a my a moderate
Mic off.
inconvenience or a massive problem. So how has everybody been dealing with that?
But what all does it do? Because I don't know if it's playing a big part in anything that I've been messing with.
Hmm. So the Trader Protect one, a lot of the server managers, you're able to create volumes where neither zombies nor players can attack it because it's the trader volume, right?
Mic on.
Okay.
Well,
So
the
now,
trader volume just makes it invincible to damage. It had
yeah,
nothing to
yeah,
do about zombies because zombies could still walk into traders even before they got rid of before they
yeah, but
changed the Trader Protect.
zombies couldn't damage those blocks. So
Right.
neither players nor zombies can attack those blocks.
Right.
But
Now, mhm.
presumably because they switched it over to how they protect prefabs. Now it's done more through the XML. They took away the Trader Protect command that it used to be in there, and now none of us can protect our our areas like we used to.
So what you would have to do is add it to the XML for that POI and then re-import the POI.
Only works if the player's down that as well. So you're completely vulnerable to anybody who joins your server.
Really, that doesn't push? It's an XML.
Nope. Nope.
Mm.
POIs XMLs does not push.
I know Prisma has.
Yeah,
Mic
you guys
off.
got
Excuse
Mic
your
me.
on.
export something or other.
He has some kind of workaround. It just lessens the damage.
Yeah,
Uh,
I had a similar workaround to his, and there's a thing if you use the admin gun like he demonstrated in his video,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't show that you're actually damaging
Mic off.
blocks, but you are still damaging them.
Oh.
So that method, it can only reduce damage to 1 HP, which is it's better than nothing. It means like
Sure.
a rocket launcher or TNT only does 1 HP, but it's still doing damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I got around, well, not really got around, I just made it more difficult to make damage. Basically, you damage the player every time they try and damage a block and
Nice.
ragdoll them and
Nice. how are you doing that? Is that all with your CSMM?
It's with that CPM with like a notified claim, so it applies a custom buff to the players.
And are you able to designate the areas as kind of protected? Is that via land claim, or are you able to make a volume like we used to be able to?
You can make it just like a volume like you did before.
Okay. Hmm. Well, it's better than nothing. At
Yeah.
least in the prefab editor, for your carrier NAS, this probably wouldn't be a big deal. But for like the way that my server runs and my players and all that, I don't really worry too much about my players or anybody incoming to the server damaging my stuff. It's more zombies that I have to worry about. So
Mhm.
if I updated the XML and just said that it was a trader, I turned the trader tag to true, and I turned the added the protect lines into the code and uploaded that to the server, that does protect 100% the zombies from being able to damage the blocks, because the zombies are pulling their behaviors from the server, whereas the players don't. So oddly enough, because I have that locally saved, when I go onto the server, I can't damage my prefabs, but my players can because they don't have the prefab saved locally.
So if you're worried about the zombies, CPM actually has it working to where if you just designate the area, zombies poof if they get to it.
Oh no, I have that as well. So, but
Okay.
I don't want that in certain areas. Like, so I have 4 standard prefabs that I use. I have a prison, which that's blah blah blah, and then so I have my pit where my players go on horde night and they kind of play together. But it gets to be a pain when the zombies are completely like destroying the area. So having it set up so that they can't cause any damage to it is great. And then the areas like my lobby and my hub, I have those set up so that they're safe zones. So any zombies that hit those volumes are despawned.
Nice. See, I was trying to find something because somebody was working on where you could just place a block down and it would make it invincible. I don't know if they got that going though.
That would be awesome. Another thing that I noticed with A21, and I don't know, maybe you guys don't have to deal with it as much, but for me, I want to have. Oops, this kicked my bunny. I'm sorry. I want to make sure that with the chunk resets, I want to have the ability to designate certain areas as don't reset this area. And while, yes, I understand land claims can do that, I have certain situations where I can't do that. Um, so as a stopgap, I've been using vehicles to prevent chunk resetting, because my understanding is that vehicles suppress the chunk resetting mechanism, and sleeping bags, those also suppress it. But having the ability to just like say, hey, this area here is not going to reset is going to be super important. Does
Yeah,
anybody
because
have?
a chunk is it's what 16 by 16 blocks.
Yeah,
Mic
pretty
on.
small. Yeah.
Yep.
So if your prefab's quite large, you need a lot of vehicles or bedrolls or whatever.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which keep popping up in my console constantly. So hopefully that's not causing any issues with lag.
Mic off.
So what other workarounds has anybody else come up with any workarounds to help with protecting areas with or
Mic
let
on.
me ask this. How what scenarios are you folks hitting with your public locations or otherwise that are impacted by the lack of the trader protect command and or chunk resetting? Because I'm curious about those.
Well, I don't have many consistent players besides a couple of my friends, so I don't have to worry about it. I see like people pop on or pop off, but I guess because other people aren't playing on there, they're not sticking around too long. At least, my one friend works second shift, and he'll get home and then play from like maybe like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. During the week. But yeah, I've just seen people hop on and off, so I haven't had to worry about it.
Do you have the chunk resets turned on?
I'd have to check the server config for that. Is it on by default?
I don't remember.
If it's
I
on
think
by
no.
default,
I
then
don't think it is on by default.
probably not, because I like my world to attrition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it is because I was playing around with the world and I didn't know that nothing of mine is reset yet. So,
Okay.
and I just have a server spun up right now to where me and a couple people in my family
Mic
are
off.
building a new lobby and board base and a couple other things for release a new server.
Mm.
Um, so it is not on by default as far as I know because I didn't turn it off if it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not that one, and the respawn at pack. I think you had to opt into those.
For my
Mic
lobby,
on.
it's kind of a
Mic off.
it's kind of a it's a literal hub. It's like it's the map's default spawn point. So I
Mm-hmm.
can't make it a full on trader because if I do, new players will get teleported into the sea.
Right.
And I did try that
But I told
suggestion.
but I told you how
Yeah,
you could run that.
I did try it and it did work mostly. But today I had a player get teleported out into the sea. And what's weird was it wasn't nighttime either.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they just died and then spawned back at the default spawn point. But for some reason they got teleported out.
Oh, that's weird. I'll ask my folks if any of them have gotten booted out from the pit because I have the trader. I think that's right now currently that's the only prefab I have on my server that has the trader tag turned on for it.
Mhm.
And
Mic
I feel
on.
like somebody would have told me if they all of a sudden got yeeted out into the mob.
Yeah, and my custom trader I've discovered, like you said, does not get protected by from players.
Players, yeah, it won't.
So they're going around. If they don't have it installed, they're discovering this trader is unprotected, so they're
Mm-hmm.
raiding them all.
Yep. Yep. We have no way to protect players because, and the worst thing is that if you gave all of your consistent players these files and they're playing how they should be, but then you get that one malicious person in there and they're just trying to cause as much havoc and chaos as possible, there's nothing to protect against them. There's literally nothing you can do.
Yeah, my hub is it's a ship in the sea, so
Mhm.
the only way to get to the map is to read the signs that are there
Mhm.
that tell you to follow the like the arrows on the floor, and then you can hop in a little boat, and it teleports you to another little boat on the shore.
Mhm.
So if someone destroys the signs, then players
Oh, don't
spawning
know
in
what
for
to
the
do.
first time,
Mhm.
exactly, they'll just be like, "Where do I go? What do I do?"
Mhm. Do you have a
And
decent
there's
turnover for new players?
Uh, I've never been a big server. I get maybe
Me neither.
Alpha 21. I've been having maybe half a dozen every few weeks.
Mic off.
That sounds about, yeah, that's about what I could do. I get like whenever I wipe my map, I get, about that half dozen new players popping on over the first 100 or so days. So those mods that people have been downloading that have the shapes or the blocks with the bedrock tag in them, has that been helping too? I think we're going to do that, Naz.
I haven't tried it, but I have heard it. The reason I haven't tried it is because
Mic on.
I already have prefabs made, and to convert them over to use all these other blocks, it'd be so much work.
I
And
know. I don't want to do it either. I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh no, there's
yeah,
so many shapes as it is.
so I just went the buff route and the sort of claim that reduces block damage. That was a quicker solution.
Speaking of mods, Kane just did an announcement not too long ago that there is an experimental release for Darkness Falls. It is not in the mod launcher.
Ooh.
So there is a, I don't know if he had posted a link. Oh, yeah, there's a link to a video of how to install it. So I'm sure he has a download link for it. Yep, it's on his announcement channel.
What do you announce that?
7:44 tonight, my time. So
Nice.
about 45 minutes ago, give or take. And he's got a change log in there, or patch notes, I guess. But it is experimental. There are still bugs, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff in there that's changed. Oh, it's a 4.15 gigabyte download. That's actually kind of small, I think, for that mod.
Sure.
So yeah, he's got some known issues in there. Zombies do not have custom loot lists right now. Loot is sort of done. But yeah, he's got he had a video released today of it, and he said as long as there wasn't too many bugs, he would release the experimental. So that would have been he streamed I guess about 3.5 hours ago. But I totally forgot because I was going to watch some of it, but I forgot and did not. So people can go and look out and head up the Darkness Falls Discord and grab a copy of the experimental.
Absolutely. What else is coming up? Has anybody jumped onto the public servers that TFP's got over on their?
Are they still up?
They're-
Because
they're-
the last I heard is only going to be up for a day or two for whatever the most recent inquiry
I'm
was.
pretty sure it's still up. Still up?
Yeah.
I know that they had one up and then it went away and then there's another one coming up.
They had one and they got all the data they needed within like a day of it being released. So they shut that down and then they announced another one for something else. But I didn't know if they closed that one down yet or not because that's probably been at least a week. So
Well, I'm glad that they're opening those. Just it would be interesting for the people that were jumping on them to see what kind of data they were trying to get.
yeah, the first one had to do with the networking. This one had to do with the quests, I think.
Oh yeah, quests are being wonky.
Yeah.
That's the one that I'm having issues with on my server. Is I've been getting really ridiculous lag spikes every time somebody kicks off a
quest.
A quest. Yeah, and I'm like and it bugs me because it's not happening to all the other servers. So I'm like, okay, so what combination of whatever do I have? Because like 10 to 30 second lag spikes are absurd, and I don't know why people continue to play on my server at this point. They are some dedicated mofos, is what they is.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what data they collect.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll get that resolved at like 21.2.
Yeah, me and Bad Player are both getting hit with that one. Which is crazy because he and I have entirely different everything. We have a different host, we have a different server manager, we have different mods.
So it's the game itself. That's why they threw up the server for it.
Right? And so like a lot of these lag spikes I've been having since vanilla, but if it's the game, why aren't other servers
Mic off.
having it? So it's just like annoying.
What are the specs of your server? Maybe there's a relation there.
I mean, absolutely, there could be. Maybe it's because I have a TC control panel. I don't know. I know that the TC control panel was giving me some issues when I was trying to utilize OC's optimization mod. I'm like, I think I see something different. I don't know. I've got these problems. I can't use it. And we finally worked it out. Like, yep, other people with the TC control panel were having issues. So
Yeah,
I know people that use my host, and so I'll have to work with them to see if there's an issue.
I used to use TC admin, but I'm trying to get away from that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like. I like you doing a lot of things on the back end myself, and the only reason why I had it is because Conan is a lot easier for my admins to update their server, so I was using it for that. But I just ran into too many issues with 7 Days to Die in it.
Interesting. Okay. I just use it because it's what my
Mic
host
on.
offers. So
Did you get Brainless up and running?
For 7 days I did, but I couldn't for Conan, and so without it being useful for both, I kind of ditched it for now until I could go back to it later.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with
It plays
Conan, but I didn't run 50,000 mods like you do.
Yeah, we run a wee bit.
ooh.
Yeah.
I have been reminded that there were the new zombie variants where we're getting different
Oh,
colors.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Finally. And God
Thank
forbid
you.
you tint something a different color.
I love that so much stuff can be tinted now. It's
Mic off.
awesome. I mean, there were a couple things that were tintable previously, but it was like really hit or miss. But now
I hope they're more along the lines of like the Fat Hawaiian.
Mic
where
on.
it's like a retexture,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just like here's a new color.
No, I think that's really what it is. I mean,
Well, he's got a bowling shirt instead of a Hawaiian shirt.
right.
Mm-hmm.
He's got different symbol on his back. He's got different symbol on that you can see through his to his boxers.
Yeah, but if you look
But
at
if
the
you-
underwear.
one below that,
Mm.
where you have the I don't know which zombies that is, but you have the change the hair color a little bit and just change like the shirt and the
Mhm.
shorts colors. I mean, there wasn't a lot of work that went into that one.
Yeah.
But it's something.
It is. I want new zombies. We need more new zombies.
We need news reporters. God damn it.
And then you got to have a news van.
Yes.
And we need like a chef zombie that's either running around with a knife in its hand or a frying pan.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. A cooking pot in its hand. Both hands.
It's raw.
Like it's running around with a boiling hot vat of something in his hands, and then it does splash damage.
Or how about the cooking pot mine?
Hell yeah. Beep,
That
beep,
would
beep, 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 beep.
that would be a good bandit.
Just
And-
runs around saying, "Where's the lamb sauce?"
May
could
I
do,
have
like, a
some
new-
more?
A new variant of the
Mic off.
demolisher.
No kidding. It would be awesome if it put a mine down. So like it's like running around putting mines down. That would be awesome. I don't know how that would work, but
I don't know. Somehow I'm picturing George now with like pooping out mines.
That'd be
from his
awesome.
back in.
I have a command on my server where I can tell players to shit themselves and they start dropping potatoes everywhere.
Yes.
Well, actually, that's the poop command. The shit one gives them dysentery if I'm not very happy with
Nice.
them.
So then you could easily set one up with the small landmines.
I feel like that would be a great compromise.
Yeah.
And then if there was somebody behind them, well, that would just not go very well. My job is for my players to die. They know this. I tell them constantly. They forget. And they think I'm nice until I'm not. Looking at the pictures that were available. So we've got the radiation. What is that one called? The hazmat zombie, and the is that Marlene or Arlene? Is that Arlene? Whichever one.
think-
So those ones are showing the different variants.
That's Marlene, isn't it?
Marlene? Okay, I thought Marlene was the mom looking one, and then Arlene was the hippie chick.
Arlene's the open mouth chick.
Ah, okay. All right. So whatever lean this one is. So like the example for the Hawaiian dude that is now in the bowling shirt, we only see one of him, where the rest of them are in the tinted different colors.
Yeah, and why does it look like he has boobs to me?
They swing low, sweet chariot is what they did.
Yeah, like really heavy boobs.
They are.
Mic on.
Well, sometimes
Bras are hard to come by in the apocalypse.
they really
Yeah.
are. So his name is Bob. He's in the Fight Club. That's what's going on there. Gynomastica.
Do you guys know who Mr. Blobby is?
Do tell.
Hang on.
I don't know. I watch a lot of
He's
British
saying
TV.
Mr.
I've never heard of
Blobby.
that.
It makes me think of Mr. Whippy.
Mr. Libbit?
That's what we call dysenteries, Mr. Whippy.
Dysenteries?
'Cause it looks like an ice
Oh,
cream
yeah,
cone.
yeah.
Yeah,
The icon for it.
right.
Oh, look at that. Peter just hopped on 7 Days to Die, but he's not here. Someone needs to
Weird.
call him out on that.
We're all
I've
frantically.
not heard from him in some time.
There you go. Let's see. Okay, very cool. I'm excited to see the variants for the zombies. I think that's gonna be awesome. Even if they're the same core model, at least being able to tint different things, because presumably we're going to be able to inject our own little tint colors as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome for you guys.
Yeah. Dude, we can have a leprechaun. Which mod was that? There was a leprechaun that you could run around that would run away from people, and every time you hit it, it dropped gold or something.
I don't think that was Starvation.
Hmm.
I miss Starvation.
That was a funny one because like they put the
Was that Joke Mod?
could have been. God, that was a while ago.
Mic off.
It was back when I was actually kind of looking at modding some zombies. So that would have been a while ago. I'm guessing A18 ish.
Mic on.
That's not Joke Mod then. I don't think Joke Mod came out until at least 19 or 20. I think it's something that's fairly recent.
Could have been 19. I don't think so though. It could have been like 17 or 18.
I mean, so many mods have come and gone.
I know, it's hard to keep track of them all.
Mm-hmm. But the
Well,
game will be
like-
flooded once they add workshop support. That's for sure.
Oh, I am so looking forward to that.
What support?
Workshop.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice. That'll definitely be nice.
Something I hope they fix sometime soon is I've noticed that on servers, if you have a custom prefab and it has lights with settings,
Mm-hmm.
they will on a server they will revert to default. So if you try that trick, that performance trick where you set the range
zero.
to 0,
Mm-hmm.
all those lights will be on their default setting. So
Oh, no.
so it just makes it really laggy.
Oh
I
no.
thought it was restricted to
Mic
one
off.
specific light, but then I tried some different ones and they were the same.
Oh,
So
that could be very, very bad.
So you're
yeah,
saying
not ideal
custom prefabs are not saving their light settings.
on
If
servers.
on servers because the players don't download the
Alright.
specific, which is the same. Like if they were able to push the XML files, I think that would be awesome.
I don't think it's even that because if you have the files or not, it's always the same.
Uh-huh.
And it does seem to be specific lights, but there's some that work and some that don't.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them don't work.
Do we know, like, has anybody ever tested out whether if you've got custom prefabs on the servers, if the local clients having just one part of the prefab, because there's like what 6 files that are associated with prefabs, which specific files are the ones that house the information about like the locks and the lights and like the XML settings, like XML being pushed to the locally would be awesome. I understand all of them, that would be kind of a lot, but does anybody
Mic
know
on.
which one specifically?
I don't, but like you're saying, pushing the XML, anytime there should be
Yeah.
a change, that file should be pushed from the server to the
Right.
client on join. So if that file is edited And it's like, oh, check. Okay, this is, okay, this is new. Then I push it to the client. That's what should happen.
So in theory, that's what you would do when Workshop comes out, but until then, there won't be a way.
Right.
Naz, when you were saying that the lights don't save, is that in scenarios where the local client also has the prefab or no?
Mic
Yeah,
off.
it's when they have it as well.
Oh,
And
okay.
it only applies if the prefab is on a server. If you go into like the prefab editor or single player, the lights will all work perfectly fine.
Uh-huh. So when you go like on the prefabs that you have, presumably you have them saved locally. When you go on your own server, do you have issues looking at the lights or no?
Yeah, I have
Interesting.
issues as well.
Okay. Alrighty. I've never caught that. I'll pay attention to mine. My lobby has a lot of lights. Because it's a cathedral and it should be pretty.
Mic on.
Can you apply particles to POIs?
Yeah,
Sort of.
I know somebody who's done them, and I was gonna try to add the electrocution particle effect to one of my microwaves, but I haven't gotten back to that yet. But yes, I know somebody who's got a mod that can add particles to the blocks. Yes.
Because I think it's kind of cool if you have, a POI that you made and you can add like some kind of effect like fog or, maybe that
Yes.
only that PO it snows or rains or something like that. But
No,
just on
somebody
that
who's working on
POI?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I know somebody who's working on prefabs, and you have to download them locally, of course.
Right.
But there are blocks that they've got attached a fog effect
Mm-hmm.
where and they've tinted the fog, so you go down in there and apparently it's like radioactive. I haven't played it myself, but I've watched their development process, and it's pretty exciting. They
Radioactive
also did
fog would be cool. Like if you just put it
Yeah.
in, like if you just decide to go around your server and just put these blocks in, so there's like radioactive fog.
They also were able to attach the electric fence electrocuted buff to a block, so it looks like a Tesla coil.
Now if you
It's
actually
really
import
cool.
a Tesla coil and then add that effect.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, MP Log is working on those. They're really awesome. What else?
Yeah, see the thing is we don't have a list of what they're working on.
Mm.
Which would be nice.
Well, if we can extrapolate from what is left on the Kickstarter list and what we've seen, so I'm going to assume that they're going to be working on the other armor effects. And didn't
Mic
Joel a
off.
while back discuss having like armor sets that have like bonus stats for having the complete set? Does anybody know if that was completely abandoned?
No, it should happen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So if we're only looking at Alpha 22, maybe 23, so we should be seeing that soon along with the bandits.
Mic on.
I thought they said Alpha 22 was supposed to be the last alpha, and then. Yeah, I know, right?
That's not gonna happen.
It's
You know,
allegedly
no.
supposed to be the last alpha before beta, but we'll see what
Allegedly.
happens. Allegedly, yes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not literally, but allegedly. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it's only been, if this thing is still in alpha in December, which what more than likely will be, then it's gonna be 10
Oh, yeah.
years. 10 years it's been in early access. 10 years. And
Hey, how long has Minecraft been around? So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, though, no one knows how long a game is actually in development before it's announced or it's made public or,
Right.
They get to XYZ point where these guys actually started like the hard way with the Kickstarter and then had to come up with the very first alpha,
I'm pretty sure
So,
Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't in development for 10 years. But then again, it's a AAA
yeah,
studio with a
but
lot more people and a lot lot more experience.
Right.
But
Indie
I,
and AAA are different.
yeah,
And I think about where they started and now where they are, where you have seen the team go from like, the number of people you can count on two hands to now you can't count on your hands or your feet at this point.
do they have more than
And
20 people?
oh yeah, the
Actual employees?
quality, yes, the
Hmm.
quality of the and not to put anyone down, mind you, but the I should say not the quality, but the talent that they have attracted just within the last few years has
Well, part of that, they've
changed
hired
as well. You know
modders,
what I mean?
modders from the community. Hal 9000 works for TFP now. And there's a few others that are working for TFP as well from the modding community that they hired on.
Lasman.
Laz,
Yeah.
yeah. Laz, I think, is one of the more recent ones, I think.
Hernan, wasn't
Mm-hmm.
Hernan?
Yep, Laz and
Mhm.
Hernan are both doing the POI stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're
world editing.
phenomenal at their.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the quality that they brought, and I feel like they're challenging all the existing dudes too. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the quality that we've seen in the last, I don't know, since 19, I suppose, has gone up like tremendously.
Well, it's changed through the years too, as the alphas have grown
Mm-hmm.
and the team has just been able to attract more and more people because
Yep.
it is such a really cool and interesting game. So I think that has a lot to do with like how they started and where they're at now, where if you consider if they started with the current team, they probably would have been done, say like 4 or 5 years maybe instead of as long as it's gone. But they
Well,
really did start out as an indie team.
they
Yep.
did, and I think part of like the reason it takes so long is they could have hired someone to be a project manager.
That's my constant like they need a freaking project manager. God damn it.
Yeah, that they need it. Yeah, because things change so much, and it's like, oh, hey, if you guys had a project manager, then someone could handle this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they may have one now. I don't know. I don't know if Joel is still assuming or Rich is assuming that
Mm-hmm.
responsibility, but Joel sees too many squirrels. Um, so Joel, keep to your artwork. Don't do project management. That's what it comes down to. But I mean, there's been, with the acquisition of the talent, I mean, there's been, strides from where they started to where they're at now, which is great. It's now they just got to, push and get to the finish line so we can have a complete game that we can mod the shit out of because we've been playing it for so long to make it more fun again. Like the one thing I've just, I need are the bandits. That's what I need. I want bandits, and then from there we can mod NPCs that are, on the good, potentially, on your side. Because I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but we need the AI to be there so they're not all stupid.
Yeah, like in Darkness Falls, where they've got some bandits are good and some are not. I love that because you never knew when you're walking up to somebody if you're going to have an ally or a foe.
Well, and I think in Darkness Falls you can't actually recruit them unless that's
Okay.
changed. But in Starvation you could. You put up Starvation had a radio tower that you put up and it would attract NPCs, and then you could assign them to different things. So, man, I miss Starvation. But I don't think I know there's NPCs in Darkness Falls, but I think they're just out in the wild. They could be friendly, they may not be, but it's not like you can be like, "Hey, come with me to my encampment, and I'll put your ass to work."
I like that idea.
Yeah, we need horses too. Got to be able to ride horses. I don't understand why we don't have fucking horses. I mean, did the zombies eat them all? Did we kill them all for food? I don't know. What's the?
Did you watch?
It's the
Did you watch
mass
The
amount of
Walking
glue.
Dead?
Watch what?
Oh God, glue.
It's the mass amount of glue we need.
No, we'd still need jars of water for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bones are not a problem.
I kind of looked at it as like horses and cows are sort of bioidentical to humans. So maybe they all contracted the virus and just kind of,
Could have.
you
That's
know,
what happened
yeah.
in The Walking Dead. Is the horses were definitely attractive to the zombies.
Yep.
Oh, we need the cows like South Park has in the game.
I want the ones like in Diablo.
I never played Diablo.
What the hell?
This is not a cow level. The cow level doesn't exist.
Hello?
But yeah.
Hello.
Oh, who's that?
It is I, the mysterious one.
Okay.
I wouldn't actually mind seeing more animals myself.
More animals would be good.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they need to add a little bit more in depth with that. You know, like
Fish.
horses, cows, maybe some pigs, and you should be able to like either capture them or breed them or
Cows would be
something.
good. Domesticated ones.
Yeah, I want dogs.
Non-asshole dogs. Non-asshole dogs. Not dead ones.
Yeah. My idea would be to have a dog that sits in your base that helps you heal if you stand near it.
Well,
Yeah.
that goes kind
yes.
of back to starvation, where if you didn't sleep, like if you didn't stand on your bedroll, you know, then you start to go nuts. And they had like a laughter in it, so you would just start, you would just start laughing uncontrollably until
Yeah.
you got some sleep. And they
I've
had
seen other games do that.
and they had maybe it wasn't a bedroll, maybe it was a rug. They had something that you could stand on that would help with your stress level to go down, your sanity level. Kind of looked like a prayer rug, but maybe it was something else.
Nice.
God, that sounds familiar. Also, hi Peter. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
Oh, he showed up.
Yeah.
Karma only had to twist your nipples.
Oh,
Boy, my
they're
job
off
title
today.
just really got crazy there, huh? Professional nipple twister.
Purple nipples. Where you been, Peter?
You know, working full time, having a new baby. Yeah, not a lot of time for much.
How many babies is it now? I kind of lost track.
32.
One.
Just the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe it was just because it was so long, baby is coming, and now that baby is here. How old is the baby?
She's 5 months now.
Ah, that'll do it.
That's
Yeah.
probably about the last time we saw him.
Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense.
And then I'd noticed that people were starting to message me about my Harvest Blocks mod not working.
Oh
And
no.
I-
Like,
And then I test it and it's working fine. It's been working fine since Alpha 18. It's still working, which is unbelievable, but I tested it and it works fine. But now I need to update this freaking website and doesn't have an edit option. So, trying to figure out how to do that.
Oh, we're glad to see you around. It's been a while.
yes, yes.
Like,
I mean, we forgive you because you have, a baby, but, you could pop in from time to time just to say, hey, I'm alive, and so's my kid.
right.
Also, Pixar didn't happen. We need to see pictures. Even
No,
with this
no,
on
we
the Slack channel. Yes, we do.
Oh, right. Okay.
You got to be careful because Karma might try and eat your baby.
Dingoes eat babies over there.
Everything eats
I
babies over
I
there.
shouldn't laugh because that actually happened, and it's just weird that it actually did happen. So, pardon me. My bad. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Whatever.
He just domesticated a Roo to use the pouch to haul the baby around.
Right. Yeah. That sounds like something I would do.
Sounds like something Stallion would do.
Well, he could just make himself a pair of marsupial pants.
We need kangaroos in the game. That'd be great.
Yeah. Seriously though, just pop the baby in the front and
I mean-
kind of like the carriers the moms use.
Yep. Mm-hmm. what what are those things called?
Front pack.
A front
Pouch.
pack October
Sure.
Nest.
The pouch. The
Yeah,
pouch.
Big- Figures you would know.
I like the idea of the marsupial pants.
Made from real ruse.
No.
Bib overalls would make sense. You know, have
Right.
that in there. Also, high
Yeah.
October. Sorry. Peter, you don't have a server running, do you?
I don't know. Let me check. Red errors? Oh no, not really.
Okay.
Is there any way to tell which version it's on?
You go to console and type version and hit enter. And it'll spit out, whatever mods you have and everything. It'll spit out the version.
It says 20.6.
Oh, so you haven't even updated
Oh.
yet? Yeah, he hasn't had time.
Yes.
Right.
That's
So your
exciting.
mod works on your server that's running 20.6, but we're up to 21.1.
That
No,
would
I put it
explain
in-
some things.
No, I put it in single player.
Oh, okay.
The single player 20.6?
No, single player 21.1.
Hope so.
Yeah, 21.1. Yeah.
Because it's still just 21.1. We don't have a new experimental.
No, because 21.1 just went stable like last week, but they tweeted it earlier this week. Like, this went stable last week, you schmucks.
And it was like one day after I did the wipe up my map.
Yep. Yeah, but the experimental build was like B16. That's the same one that went stable, so it wasn't really a huge deal.
I'm kind of waiting for the full release. Miss Dolly.
I mean, your kid will be out of college by then.
Like, literally,
Yeah.
the person that I took over my server from in A15, they left because they just had a kid that was born, and that kid's going to school now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it
You
feels
know-
like that. Well, I bought the game, I think it was like Alpha 2, and I hated it. Like, it was in my Steam library until Alpha 15. I didn't touch it, and then I started playing a bit, and then I went multiplayer on Alpha 17, and then,
Mhm.
yeah, then I haven't touched Alpha 21. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, it's fun. I like 21. 21's a good one. 21 is a good update.
There's no jars.
I mean, fucking jars. I still can't believe. What? Nope. I'm not. Wasaba. Not talking about the jars.
For the
Sure.
crunchy water.
What? Crunchy water.
Crunchy water.
Because you don't get
No,
the jars
none of
back, you must eat them.
None of this really matters, because
Oh.
when the game's released, people are just going to fix whatever they don't like.
Yeah.
So that's why they should just release it, because the game is kind of good enough now.
But they still need to
Release it
add
and have
bandits.
I was just gonna say we need bandits.
Bandits
Soon.
need to happen before they can release
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess. You are right.
We need bandits, and we need the
Horses.
Sorry.
no, fuck horses. We need bandits, and we need no, don't get them sidetracked.
Horses suck.
Teams like the factions.
Well, there's only two
yeah.
factions. There's, the
But
But
traitor
there's nothing
faction.
implemented for it, so yeah, no, because we need to have the Duke or who's the other one?
Noah.
Noah, thank you. We need Duke or Noah because that was in the mix at some point in time.
Right. Duke is gonna have the bandits, and Noah's gonna have us.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's only two factions. You need more factions than two.
Yeah, whatever. Us and them. That's all I need.
Yeah.
You need like 3 or 4 different factions, because like, all right, you have good guys, you have bandits, but then you need people that are like, well, we're doing our own thing, but we'll trade with you, or shit like that. But we have to wait and see if, and at some point, I guess, when it goes gold, they'll release the story to it too.
Is there going to be a story? I mean, do we
Yes.
know that there's going to be a story?
Yes.
Do we know that?
They said that there is a story aspect to it.
When was that said?
Does it
The
need a story, then?
hypothetical, everybody.
That was said a while ago. I think it was part of the Kickstarter, wasn't it? Because
I mean, is it gonna be
Rick
more
and
than-
Joel have said there is a story. It's just, there's no point in putting it in now until the game's gold. Because everybody will know
They
the
said
story.
that, a main quest, whether or not that will amount to something you could define as story when it comes around remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now that there's ChatGPT, they can just have that generate the story.
Or
Hey, I
have
don't know if you play with
ChatGPT finish the game.
Yes. No, actually, I had ChatGPT try to help me with one of my mods, and it did not do so well.
I've had to give
It just
good
said,
XML
"Look here,
examples.
there."
Maybe it's
I-
the words you used.
Probably. No.
I heard you
haven't
can.
tried.
Smart.
There's GitHub Copilot and whatnot, so maybe I should try there. But nope. I said, "Hey, look at the XML for 7 Days to Die game and blah blah blah," and it was just like fucking useless.
No, you got to be more specific.
Apparently.
Like, I had to generate a recipe for something and had no problem putting out the XML that I could just copy and paste. So you got to be like more specific on what you're looking for.
There's a good idea for a topic of discussion.
Uh-oh.
Using the AI generative stuff to do your coding for you.
Okay.
I mean, it's not
Do
going to
you-
be perfect, but for like the simple stuff like
course not.
recipes, it should be okay. I don't know if I would trust it to mess with the Windows XML or the UI XML.
I've heard you can trick it into giving you valid Windows 10 product keys.
I've
Really?
heard that too. Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna ask.
Because it won't if you ask it directly, it won't comply with it. But if you phrase it in a way that's not against its sort of rules, it will tell you what you want.
Like,
by
give me an
you
example of XYZ.
I mean,
yeah,
it hallucinates a lot, so. But
So do I.
yeah, I was literally just sitting in one of the generative AI Teams meetings today for it
I've missed a lot.
of ChatGPT.
No, of this game.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
If you're still on 26, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
What's the skulls?
The what?
That's
Threat
the
meter.
that's the threat level of the biome or the POI.
I thought you
Oh.
said scows. I'm like, well, that would be
No.
Battle Pappy. Hi, Battle Pappy. Thank you for joining
Oh.
us. You're muted.
Yeah, and then if it
Austin
He's muted
US
because
is
he's
for-
out and about.
And an October Fire,
Yes.
he's here too. Thank you for showing up.
Yes. October is one of our CP friends.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, him in battle.
Well, it's good to have you folks here.
Oh, he would have loved to hear about October. Did you know that Darkness Falls has the experimental build ready to go?
Yes. And in fact, it was
course
just
you
released.
Of course you.
I was watching some of their live stream, and people kept asking Kane, "Hey, when is this going to be released?" And he's like, "Did you read anything that I have written in the last hour?"
No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
He even said something earlier in the day about, if the stream goes well, then I'll release the experimental. He should have just said his classic Kane line of "fuck off."
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Because I
No.
totally forgot about his stream because I was going to watch it, and then, by the time I got home, I was like, I totally forgot.
Oh, I
Oh.
caused some trouble. I caused some trouble in their Discord because I'm like, you sit here and you ping us for all sorts of random dumb shit, but you don't ping us to let us know that you're going to start your stream. What the fuck? And so they pinged everybody in a couple of channels just to
Yeah.
do that.
Speaking of which, also, hello, YouTube listeners. Hello, Turpin. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, are they on the YouTubes?
Yeah, we've got it. Well,
Nice.
Dolly's over there, and I'm over there, and Turpin's over there. So.
Oh, nice. Good, because I don't have it up because I always forget. Turpin usually joins the YouTube. I don't know why he just doesn't join the Discord, or she. I don't know.
He's my mod.
Oh, okay.
Because he's an old fuddy-duddy and he likes YouTube.
But why?
Revenge porn. I mean, war porn. I mean,
what? He's old fuddy-duddy. I said it. He's fuddy-duddy. I think he's over on this. I don't know. Plausible deniability.
Because Mage Josh usually hits the YouTube, and I'm like, dude, you're in the Discord. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Who is the one person who never talks when they join?
Prisma.
Prisma,
He
right.
will not talk.
Right. So that's like Turpin does not talk.
Is that like Turpin? Isn't Turpentine?
Yes, that's definitely what it is. Turpentine. Turpentine, my Valentine.
No singing, you'll scare away our viewers.
I don't think that we're in that trouble. We'll be
Yeah.
fine with that. That's not a problem. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Shame him enough to get him to join.
Now you've done.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my couch at this point, but I saw the list drop that someone joined. It's like, oh, there's a new person.
I wander around my house a lot when we have these.
Yeah, it was one of the things I have is the wireless headset, which is great for like me sitting on the couch with the computer being like 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm. It's like I heard somebody join. I don't know who it was. All right. So, so one thing that we could also discuss is, eventually we're going to be seeing a lot of people that have the console because they're working on porting over. What do we think is going to happen with that? I mean,
okay, so
we just ban them.
Ban them?
Hmm?
Oh man, that sounds great.
Not,
pan them with a pan.
Allow them.
No, not that either.
No, not allow them on our servers.
Well, it's not cross-platform.
Yeah, I was like, will they be able to join our servers?
No.
And are they going to be flooding us with asking questions? Like, how much parallel infrastructure is there that will they be able to take our mods and incorporate them into their consoles? Like if they have, I don't know how. I think
the only way for them to do that is if it's on the Steam Workshop and they can sync all the mods.
Mm-hmm.
But
that'd be the only way.
But does Xbox and PS5 have Steam? Because Steam is a PC thing; it's not a console thing.
Right.
Now in the logs you'll see XBL for Xbox Live, but that's just the PC Game Pass. That's not Xbox. That's PC Game Pass, and people keep calling it Xbox. I'm like, no, it's not Xbox. It's the Game Pass. So, like, it'll if Mac, Linux, Windows, Steam, the Steam on any of those, or on Epic, and then the Windows Store, which is the XPL, that's their cross-platform, but it's not going to be console to PC. Now, some of their future games might be able to do that, in theory, but they're not console coders; they're PC coders. So, and it's, a bit of difference. That's why they have another company porting it over. And what's going to happen is the people who already have it for PS whatever and Xbox whatever are going to have to rebuy it because they're not using anything that Telltale did. It's a whole new thing starting, I think, with like Alpha 20 or something.
Weren't they going to give like passes to people? Or
they're trying to give discounts, but they're still working it out with Sony and Microsoft on how to do that. So,
because that would suck if you bought it and would have to buy it again. I mean,
well, you're going to have to buy it again.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to have to buy it again. It's just a matter of how much they're going to have to pay if you have the original copy. So, Maybe they can do like a 90% discount or something. If the game's normally going to be like $25, you get a 90% discount, so you're paying, whatever the math is, because my brain's fried.
It's Friday.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder how they're going to do that, because then you could just be like,
Well,
well,
you would have.
I'll just buy the old version so I can get the new
You
version for
can't.
cheap.
You can't buy the old version anymore. So it's not
You
like
can?
they can. No. They took it. I'm pretty sure it's been taken out of the store. Like if you have it, you can play it, but I don't think you can buy it still. Or they'll just check and see when you bought it, when it was initially, added to your account.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because you could pick up a used physical copy, could you not?
Well, I guess GameStop has them, yeah. Or if you get it from Amazon or eBay or something. But I think everything's mostly digital now anyway. Like, I don't know anybody who has console that actually goes out and buys the physical copy. They just download it. So eventually, I guess that's how all games are going to be.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a PC game in physical form.
I don't mind digital downloads when it's from a, somewhere trustworthy like Steam that is going to be there, in the next several years at least.
Steam, Epic, Epic's making a name for itself.
It's like Netflix. If you have a subscription, it's like, yes, I can watch this show. They've got this show on that I want to watch, and then the next week it's, well, that show's no longer there.
Yeah, they got to cycle stuff, but I mean, Disney Plus got rid of a lot of its catalog. Like, I think it wiped out all the MCU stuff.
What?
Do you have Disney Plus?
I mean, my sister does, so I do.
Oh, they're cracking down on password sharing too.
Yeah, I'm aware that's coming in. So
Yeah,
I'll be using Plex a lot more.
I cancel my Netflix because it's like, oh, we're gonna bang you $8 an extra person. Fuck you. And I was like, cancel. I canceled my Hulu too, but that's just because I wasn't watching it.
Unfortunately, apparently they did see a big bump up on subscribers, so yeah.
Yeah, it worked for them, but I'm like, nope, you're losing me. I've only had you since 2005. So, I had you for 18 years back when it was DVDs 3 at a time. And
I know. I used to get those when I was living over in Japan. It took a long time, and I don't know that it was worth it, but.
Well, the funny thing is, I used to copy the DVDs, so I would get 3 at a time. I'd have them all copied in a day and send them back either the same day or the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So they end up throttling me. It's like, oh, we're going to. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus still has Marvel, yes.
Okay. I know they're getting rid of a bunch of stuff, so. So keep an eye out for that.
I don't think they would get rid of that catalog. That would be stupid.
It would be, but,
Yep. Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Nat Geo, Disney, those are still showing up.
Yeah.
I just have Netflix and pirate everything else.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
Just in case, I'm a good consumer and I buy everything legitimately.
Absolutely.
I make backups
Prime.
of all my stuff.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't download a car, right?
Copies.
Yes, I would.
Fuck yeah, I would.
I mean, I don't look at my downloads right now.
Mm-mm.
I don't have a 67 Impala that I found or a dump truck that I added. And
Oh, you have the car I want.
yes, and it is drivable and it works.
Is it black?
Of course it is.
I'm coming out.
I want to make the trunk open with a hunter gear too.
I'm coming out to Texas.
Oh.
So the front of my Impala, which is a 2012, I have the anti-possession symbol on it.
That's awesome.
I've been watching Supernatural because I never watched through the end. So I've been watching it, and I've noticed one thing. I don't know if any of you guys are big Letterkenny fans, but I've caught at least 3 of those folks from Letterkenny in there. I've caught Stuart, I've caught Janice, and I just recently caught Derry. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I didn't catch Derry.
How did you not catch Derry? That was like Rowena's one true love.
What
Tanis
season?
was hard to catch.
What season was that?
10, season 10.
Oh,
Ish.
that's yeah, okay. That's why, because I didn't start watching Letterkenny until much after. So
Okay.
I had already seen, like I've been watching Supernatural since day one.
Yeah.
So I mean, so I, from the first airing, I religiously watched it.
Well, then there's no way that you would have caught Stir, because he was blonde, didn't have his wig on, but he was like super early. He was like season 3 or 4, and
No,
then
maybe I didn't.
Tanis was even before Derry.
Oh,
So
maybe I didn't.
yeah, I would never have caught. Tanis was freaking Dorothy from Oz. Who knew? I've been looking at her
Oh,
going, she
yeah.
looks familiar. Why does she look familiar? And then I'm like, oh my god, it's Tanis. Well, no, I'm
Well,
like, that looks like Tanis. It
that's
can't be Tanis.
that's the episode that Felicia Day was in, wasn't it? One of the
Yep.
Oz ones.
See,
Yeah.
I love Felicia Day. Yep.
I met her. I met her at the Origins convention I go to a few years
Oh,
ago.
awesome.
She was very
Is she
sweet.
nice?
Yes, she's
Oh,
very
good.
nice.
Yay. Awesome.
Did you
Now,
watch
Seems like
the
a
Guild
good
with her?
speak.
watch what?
Yep.
The Guild.
Yes.
I love the old. So
Not
funny.
that we're not off topic or anything.
At all.
No,
We
not at
only
all.
have 5 minutes until we're at the 90-minute mark anyway, so we
Yeah,
gotta go.
that's true.
Whee!
Yeah, I watched all the Guild. That was
That
good.
was a good show.
Yes, it was. That was my introduction to her, and also Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Oh my god, yes. I love Dr. Hobo. That was
NPH.
Captain Hammer. Was it Captain? Yeah, Captain Hammer.
Yes.
I recently was it you, October,
Hmm.
He's
that
like, I
told
can
you
do
that
it.
that you needed to watch Dr. Horrible sing along blog? Was it you or
Yes.
Battle? Yes, it
No,
was
no,
you.
it was Battle.
Battle. Okay. Battle, you need to watch Dr. Horrible sing along blog.
It's so good.
So funny. It's awesome. I need to watch it again.
Oh,
Me
hell
too.
no, it was not me, girly.
It was either you or October.
It was October.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm telling you, these things are awesome. Gotta trust me.
Yeah.
All right, so
No.
we got 4 minutes left.
Yep.
Want to do our outro?
Nah, we can do it. Yeah. So thank you everybody who stopped by. October, you're somewhat new. Battle, Turpin, who's been bullied into coming up. Dolly, we haven't seen you in a while, so thanks for coming around.
I've been here before.
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's been a while. Peter, it's good to know that you're alive and your baby is alive, and
It's so cute.
now Karma's drooling over the baby pics.
So baby cute.
But thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you people on YouTube that have checked us out. And we will be back next month, hopefully with maybe a guest. I don't know. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the Brain Drain channel. We'll see if we can get them.
Bring
But
Stallion. Stallion's then. Ask him.
he used to come here all the
favorite.
time, but he got too good for us.
Might be time again.
Probably.
Oh, because compo's. Anyway, yeah. I'm sorry. Finish your outro.
How long we got for? Yeah. So maybe when it gets closer to compo pack, 48, 49? What are we up to now?
49 is out.
49.
49.
Yeah.
So, we should Karma, go harass him. Tell him that,
I can do
tell him that we'll figure it out, and we'll have him
We'll
back
coordinate
on.
that with the drop of whatever
Yeah.
massive load is ready to come out of compo pack.
Yes, the massive load of compo pack. But until next month, we will see everybody then, and keep enjoying your 7 days of die, and keep up them moddings and everything else. So we will see you guys next month.